Hey guys, Dan Hood, Big DH 2000 here. It's kind of the calm before the storm upstairs. A lot of people about to come to my house tonight, so to spend some time this weekend. So I figured I'd get a little sanity down here before they all come. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I thought it was time for another how-to video. So let's get busy with it. First of all, the kind of the impetus for this idea came from a design Eric, otherwise known as Metrograde, put together, where you use a template and you put pegs to keep your fingers away from the router, and then run the router along the edge with a trim bit, and it's attached to the thing down below. You've seen can opener and several other people use tape and whatnot, but I decided it was time to start going with screws, because you need to put in pins anyway with a lot of the stuff I've done. So I contacted David over at Closson Customs. I'll put these two names down in the bottom under this YouTube video so you guys can look them up. Both excellent guys, do a lot of cool stuff. David's got a CNC machine, and what I had him do was I had him make me the templates. He's making me templates slow and steady. For those who can't see, this is actually the scale to a Slingshot PFS. Okay. What I do is I take the scale. There's two holes in it, one where I put the lanyard and one where I put the one and only pin I put in it. Okay. The holes are each a 1/4 inch in diameter. At least the ones in the scale in the template are. A number 14 screw, sheet metal screw, will fit right through that without even touching it. So I drill a 7/16 hole down here. I think it's 7/16 hole. No, that can't be right. 7/32. My bad. I drill a 7/32 hole in the material I want to make the scale out of. The number 14 screws down in there tight. Now this tubing is actually some cabinet tubing that Mr. Phil Muzz took out from a job he was working. He said it was scrap. He sent it to me thinking I could use it for slingshots. Well, it's a little too big to use for anything on the slingshot that I've been able to figure. But if you look, a number 14 screw fits right down the middle of it, just perfectly. Not much play, but just enough play that when you put it on something like this, it spins around. Okay? So I cut them all to the right length. I drill the two holes. I buckle this on. Okay? I only go through so that it doesn't stick out of the bottom of the scale. Okay? It's just a normal screwdriver. Put it together. As you can see, I've also got a template for the Slingshot scale. It's on Voodoo Resin. For those who don't know Voodoo Resin, you can just look them up too. This is scale material called, I believe it's called abalone, and it's from both of these are from Knife Maker scale guys. This is from LS Grips. You can look LS Grips, just look them up. They're there. Okay. You've also seen that I've made a few of these out of HDPE. This is the Slingshot without the ocularis attachment. It's just a over the top wrap and tuck. Here's if I ever want to make them use this to make a template. I'm having a new one made by David. This was an original one made by somebody by a Waterjet company, and it didn't quite come out the way. I've since needed to add some more stuff, so David will eventually get me one of those as time and money permits. So anyway, I put these in there, right? You can see this is pretty wild and crazy. I kind of get close, rough cut it to the scale, okay? And then I run it through with a flush bit router. Basically the bearing runs along the aluminum and it trims the bottom to exactly the same size. The scale here, the template, is made just a touch bigger than the actual device. Here's a finished scale. You can see the 2 holes in it. I need to ream them out to 1/4 inch, and then you can see the scale fits right on top of that. I put a pin in, a 1/4 inch pin. You've seen my logo pins. I can put them in, or I put 1/4 inch aluminum, which I always have if I use that. This one will get a logo pin, and then the other hole. What I usually do, here's another trick I use that I really haven't told anybody yet. You want to put a lanyard on this, but you need 2 pins to make sure that this scale lines up pretty close to perfect. Even though the scale's a touch big, a little bit of a slip can ruin, you can see the alignment to the holes up top. What I do is I take an 1/8 inch wood dowel, 1/4 inch wood dowel I put it through the lanyard hole, okay? And I let it glue in and whatnot. The thing about that is you can come back later from the aluminum side and use a really soft bit, and you can just drill the wood right out. It's a whole lot easier. Just use a hand drill, and then you won't really do much damage to the aluminum. And even if you do a little bit of damage to the aluminum, doesn't really matter. You could ream that hole out a little bit bigger if you need to, because guess what? You're going to just put a lanyard through it, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be precisely a 1/4 inch anymore. Okay? That's what I'm doing now, guys. That's how I'm doing templates. That's how I'm doing scales. I know a lot of people do precise scales with a CNC machine. You can, or you can set up templates, because I'm telling you, just pushing it through a flush trim router is a whole lot faster than having a CNC go around and around and around and only take a little bit at a time. Even if you know what you're doing, it still takes forever. But I'm really happy and pleased with this. I'm slowly going to make templates that will allow me to also, like I said, create the core as well, which I'll eventually get to. This one already creates cores for me, okay? This one, I've created 1 or 2 cores by it. The only problem is when I create the cores, I don't have the pinholes that need to go here, so I'm going to have David make me one with the pinholes as well, so that I know I have a place to guide the drill press when I do it. Anyway, guys, hope that makes sense. That's a little bit about what I'm doing now when it comes to scaling stuff. I'm not in any way mass producing these. I just leisurely make one here, one there. People want them, they get them. It's just me. It's more a process. I think Mark Seljan always says this. It's more a process, you know, understanding how you can manufacture something faster, how you can do it all faster, how you can make little tricks that make it like a template like this that works and let you run it through a little more precise, a little more thing. For me, it's more a study of how to do that than let me produce 100 of these in the next month. That's not my intent. My intent is to figure out how it can be done more than anything than really doing it for mass production reasons. More precise, more clean, a cleaner finished product is what it provides. And that's what I'm after. I'm basically looking to study how to do that and how to make sure that happens better. Got me some Irish colors here. Somebody wanted an Irish slab and wanted a slingshot. I went and spent money at Voodoo Resin to get this, and then he backed out on me. So pretty soon here I'm going to make me an Irish slingshot, shall we say, and we'll put it up. If any of you are interested, let me know whether you want a Stealth Shot or a Stealth Shot PFS. They can both pretty much fit on this slab. I just got to cut them different. So you guys figure it out. All the guys here that you've heard, they all have online presence that you can find, okay? Voodoo Resins, LS Grips, Closson Customs, Metrograde, Phil Muzz, he just does stuff on the side. He's a very fine finish work carpenter, is what we call him here in the U.S. He claims he's a cabinet maker, but I've seen him do way more than cabinets. As far as he just does very fine, large woodwork, and very impressive the pictures that he puts up. I gotta say, I appreciate his attention to detail on that stuff too. Anyway, guys, hope that helps you out. Sorry if I yammered on too long, and hopefully that makes sense. Take care. Let me go up and see what kind of crazy's arriving at my house.